Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to continue our NFL predictions with the Seattle Seahawks. And for me, the Seahawks were my sleeper team of last year, and they nearly pulled off my expectations of them. They went 10-7 under a new head coach in Mike Macdonald. However, but 10-7 was not enough for them to make the postseason. And let me just say, losing to the Giants at home week 5, that had a lot to do with why they didn't make the playoffs. But 10-7 under a first year coach, not bad. Too bad they kind of broke up the band this year with Geno Smith going to the Raiders, DK going to the Steelers, and Tyler Lockett going to the Titans, I believe. So this is going to look like a semi-new Seattle Seahawks team heading into 2025. I'm not sure if I'm ready to call them a sleeper though. And looking at their schedule, they went 10-7. Started off the season 3-0, which is for me very I mean just nothing to sneeze at, but they lost 3 straight afterwards. Okay, losing to Detroit and the 49ers was one thing, but losing to the Giants again week 5, yeah, that's not going to cut it. We also lost to the Bills and Rams. So basically to sum up Seattle, the games that Seattle was expecting to lose, they lost. They pretty much won most of their expected wins, and they were surprisingly good in the division, going 4-2 in there, 4-2 in that area. That's pretty impressive. So, what does 2025 Seattle Seahawks team will have with Sam Darnold leaving the helm? Let's take a look. All right, Seattle, let's take a look at your schedule. In week 1, you got the 49ers at home. But the 49ers have been kind of friendly whenever they go to Century Link. Try saying that about a decade ago. But I'm going to go with the 49ers to win the road win here. And week 2 against the Steelers, how about this? 0-2 to start the season. But against the New Orleans Saints, I got them winning there. Week 4 against the Arizona Cardinals, I got them losing here again. Week 5, that's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, the Bucks, they're going to be one of the better teams in the league. Give me the Bucks to win. But I think Seattle could get the road win over Jacksonville. The week 7 against the Texans. And while I actually am more higher on the Texans than you think, I still got to go with the Seattle Seahawks to win at home. And at their bye week, they're pretty much, I think, 3-4 at this point. So moving on, we got the Washington Commanders Sunday night football. I got the Commanders winning that. But I do got Seattle splitting the series with the Arizona Cardinals. Week 11 will be the start of the Rams series, and those games can go in any direction, but this is a home one. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Rams to win. In week 12 against the Titans, I surprisingly gave them a loss there. Week 13 against the Vikings. This one's interesting. A lot of headlines in this one. Sam Darnold will be taking on the team that he took to the playoffs last year. And in this one, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and take. And also, the Vikings have a lot of unknowns too. Because we don't know how J.J. McCarthy's going to be like. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Seattle Seahawks to win that one. Let me give them a win. Let me give them a loss to the Atlanta Falcons. Against the Indianapolis Colts, I'm not high on the Colts at all. So give me Seattle to win at home. I have them splitting the series with the Rams. I'm going to give them a possible Saturday night game loss to the Panthers before they're going to get swept by the 49ers, which gives them a record of 7-10. Rebuilding, which is a down cry of what 10-7 was last year. But again, I feel like Seattle is kind of kind of in rebuilding mode. They're kind of not in rebuilding mode. But whatever. I'm gonna go 7-10. I think that's a pretty decent yet disappointing record for Seattle heading into 2025. And that concludes their predictions. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Gamble safely, and I'll see you next time.